This is Asta's worst day of his life. I don't think anything compares. It's bar none. Oh my god, these leaks. Where do I even begin? I guess I'll just talk about the text stuff from Night Baron real quickly. Let me scroll down. Let me find out what's going on. So we got confirmation that Lucius's magic is soul magic. Like I had predicted. It's soul magic. Soul usually referring to Tamashi, the soul, quote-unquote soul, that forms your existence as bound to your body. But the soul in his magic attribute is Raikon, more like the core part of a human as in spirit. So the official translation may use spirit magic, but for now I'll be using soul magic. So it's from there we pretty much can tell that Lucius is soul magic. And if that's true, that makes me think about the theory that someone brought up to me, I believe 2 weeks ago, about the fact that since Lucius has 2 souls in his body, of course that the other being Julius, does that mean Julius, his magic could be brain magic or mind magic? Because if it's 2 different souls, I imagine they have 2 different magic attributes. So I don't know. That's really something to think about. But moving forward, we know that Devil Union now lasts 10 minutes, which is a lot longer than before. I believe before it was like 3 to 5 minutes. Excuse me if I'm forgetting. There's like a lot of stuff I'm processing right now. But I do know it's definitely a lot longer. And here we have the narrator saying, quote, "Nothing in nature can resist time. However, anti-magic could be the natural enemy of this invincible magic." Which is fascinating, to me at least, because that just further proves Lucius's point. Asta's a flaw. There's not much Lucius can really do to Asta, considering he has anti-magic. So I find that, like, really, really cool. Next we have this incredible form from Lucius. And this looks so great. The art is amazing. I just love it. But it was reminding me of something. I didn't know what. But Oblivion made a tweet out. Shout out to him, by the way. He made a tweet comparing how Lucius looks in this panel, where he has the horns, to the symbol for the Grey Deer. And if you remember, Julius was the captain of that squad. And the fact that Lucius's current appearance resembles the current like symbol / logo is like really cool to me. Of course, they're not called the Grey Deer anymore, they're the Aqua Deer. But it's just something really cool to think about, and I'm glad that Oblivion made that tweet because I knew it resembled something. But it's probably even more than just a symbol for the Aqua Deer / Grey Deer. This is clearly, it reminds me of like one of those, excuse me because I'm not too familiar with like demonology, Christianity, or various types of mythology. But I know like in a lot of different types of like devils and like demons, more specific to devils and in their appearance, they always have like a deer-like appearance. They always have those horns, kind of like you would see in like other types of works of fiction, and that's what I'm seeing here. But it's funny too because if we look at the text for this, Lucius says this is the true human form, and Asta's reaction is very, very interesting because he says, "What is this key? It's not human, but it's not a devil either." And you know, that made me think about angels, because if you know me, I've been like preaching for the longest that I want to see angels, and this could be like a whole reference to like him being like a fallen angel. So that's like really, really cool to think about. Obviously relating to like Lucifer and actual, you know, Christianity. So it just really amazing stuff. And then next we have this what made the whole fandom go crazy the night before, which is Lucius getting his hands on Sister Lily. And what he does is that he just puts his finger right on her head and transforms her into this what I guess he calls the perfect human form, because according to the text leaks from Night Baron, she is neither devil or demon. She's neither. She's like Lucius's perfect ideal human form, which is incredible to think about. But even more than that, look at Asta's reaction. Oh my god, dude. Tabata perfectly displays the horror in Asta's face. Just look at his expression. He doesn't even know how to process everything that's going on right now. He's out of it, man. This is insane. And to make things worse, the text leak right here, what Sister Lily says, she says, "For the sake of world peace, please die." Oh my god. That is just... That is heartbreaking, man. Asta, this honestly just hurts, man. This hurts to see. And then immediately after, Lucius just manages to leave a giant cut in Asta's chest, having him lose the fight. And in the end, he says, "You fragile soul, you can't beat me like this. Goodbye, flaw of the world." Oh my god. That is just heartbreaking. And if you look at the panel, actually, this is my first time seeing it a lot more clearly. Sister Lily looks more like an angel. That's actually, wow, that's incredible. Oh my god. Oh, and there's actually text in the bottom. The attack on his body and heart, not physical heart, but as in soul. And that's just how the chapter ends. And like I said yesterday, right? This is Asta's worst day of his life. And I didn't even just say that yesterday. I said it in the beginning of the video too. But like, oh my god, just think about it, right? Imagine confessing / proposing to your lifelong crush, getting rejected, then getting into a losing fight, and immediately afterwards, you see your crush, your loved one, she turns into some sort of strange being, some strange deity, and then she tells you to die for the sake of this new world. And then after that, you get sliced up by the person you were just fighting, by Lucius, and you essentially lose the fight. All in the span of like a few minutes. Like, this is horrible for Asta, man. You gotta feel for him. That is just tragic. Like, Tabata is not holding back with these chapters, man. This is insane. And it gets crazier than that, right? Because I also said, think for a moment, right? What he just did to Sister Lily. I said yesterday, if Lucius can turn Sister Lily into a demon so casually, then I can only imagine what he can do with Yami later. Because, as you remember, the structure of his body has been altered. Gray said that it resembles the devil that Asta has, that he's possessed by. That's a very scary thought. And apparently, Night Baron offered some more information regarding Lucius's magic. She says, Lucius cannot change Asta's soul, even when he touches him. It seems Asta is his only natural enemy in the world. This is because of Asta's anti-magic, which of course makes sense because his grimoire, which possesses anti-magic, is also connected to his soul. So that just makes him even more of a flaw to Lucius than he is already. Because even when we see in this panel right here, Lucius is, he says, "You truly are a bothersome existence." And looks like there's nothing you can do about Asta, but when it comes to Sister Lily or anybody else, that's a very dangerous idea to think about. And that also brings me back to Yami, because like we know, not just Yami, but also William, because their hearts are devil-like. So I'm not exactly sure what could happen to them, because Lucius wants to turn them into his perfect human form. But since they both have devil-like hearts, what does that mean? It's quite interesting, because we know he's not fond of devils at all. But both of Yami and William's heart are still, different. So I'm having trouble trying to figure out what could happen to them next, but I do fear for Yami and William later on. And now I'd like to bring up a point that I also made yesterday, where I realized something else, and things are only going to get worse for Asta, because this is all happening in the middle of the Clover Kingdom. That means everyone around is going to be seeing Asta having to fight against Lucius, which some people may think is the Wizard King. That's even worse than I thought originally, and against Sister Lily. And while both of them don't really look devil-like, especially Sister Lily, people are going to assume that Asta is up to no good. And if you remember, Voigolion said that there's still people that distrust him, so this is going to make things a lot worse for him than we imagined. So, Asta's day is just getting worse and worse, man. Oh, and there's something else I want to bring up as well. Lucius's mark has changed again, and this time it looks more like an actual sun, which makes me just a little more confused trying to figure out what exactly it means. And oh my god, everyone's trying to figure it out, and there's so many types of theories going on right now, like I can't even cover them all, but just know the fandom is going crazy right now. But yeah, this has been an amazing chapter. Tabata is not holding back with this final arc, And not just that, he has everyone still going back and noticing references from earlier chapters. Like, the fact that there's a connection between the Grey Deer and how Lucius's new form looks is insane. And like I just told Oblivion, there's probably even more stuff that Tabata is going to have us look into moving forward. And it's crazy to me, right? I've been saying for the longest, Tabata has been playing the long game. He's been... The amount of foreshadowing in Black Clover is insane. This is not stuff that he's just pulling out right now. If you've been reading Black Clover since the very beginning, you know that Tabata has planted seeds that have currently grown to become something extremely relevant in current chapters. And this is just a lot to pack in, man. But the fact that people doubted Tabata on that front is just ridiculous. Like, you're crazy if you didn't think Tabata had been planning this from, like, since the very beginning. And there's probably also references to Hungry Joker. I know a lot of people are making references to Heidi from Hungry Joker. Like his form in the manga that he gets like near the end, or pretty much at the very end, right, like before he got cancelled, looks very similar to how Sister Lily and Lucius looks right now. And there's probably other stuff in Hungry Joker that we need to like pay attention to because it actually might be relevant for the future. And I know people are really looking into like various different types of mythologies and religions. Like I know Stellium Josh, great guy by the way, I would recommend following him. He's awesome. And I'm sorry again that I'm not able to reply to everything you're saying. But he's been sending me a lot of really cool information regarding like Greek mythology and Christianity and how it connects to the current chapters. It's all been insane. And I would love to continue talking about all of it right now, but this video is going to go on a little too long. So what I will say is that this arc has been incredible so far. I know I just said it, but Tabata is not holding back. And I just enjoy how fast-paced everything is going. And that's one of the things I love about Black Clover. I know not everyone feels the same, but that's something I truly do enjoy. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen next because, like, Asta just lost this fight. I could only imagine what Lucius is going to do too. Like, is he going to take Sister Lily with him? Is he going to go back to Spade? Is he going to go back to pretending to be the Wizard King and have people go against Asta? Like, what could happen next is insane. There's a lot of different possibilities. And I can't even try to imagine what Noelle and Mimosa is going to do as well, because both of them are just witnessing all of this firsthand. And I know people are memeing about the whole, like, Sister Lily going to Lucius' side because of what he just did to her, and blah blah blah. But, you know, all jokes aside, like, not even just Noelle and Mimosa, Sakurai's there too. So their reactions and their actions as well are going to be, like, a huge thing to look forward to next. And don't forget, the captains are also there. They're, like, in the building right beneath where Asta is. So if they come out and they see all of this, shit is going to go down. And don't even get me started with the children from Hajj Village, the orphans, as well as, you know, Asta's siblings. They're going to notice that Sister Lily's gone, and they're just going to be, like, completely heartbroken and start crying and start panicking. It's just going to be a huge fiasco, and I can only imagine how that's going to go. But, oh man, I love these leaks. I cannot wait for the next chapter. Like I said, there's a lot of theories going on regarding just everything, including Lucius's mark, what could happen next, what Lucius and Sister Lily's forms could actually be related to. There's just so much. But yeah, I think I rambled on long enough. Just comment below what you guys think is going to happen next. Share all of your theories. You know me, I respond to everything, or at least most things. Just let me know, man. I am so down to talk about this, and I know I'm going to have a lot more to say when the officials release on Sunday. And there's so many, like, discussions going on right now. I cannot keep up with all of it. Like, my timeline, my notifications, my messages, they're all blowing up right now. So I'm going to cover a lot more on Sunday, or, well, whenever I'm able to talk about the officials. But yeah, like I said, feel free to leave all your thoughts below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Keep enjoying the leaks, and here's looking forward to the next chapter. And remember, there's no break, so that's even better for us. So here's looking forward to it all, man.